I have a story to tell you, and it's been bugging me for a long time. It's about this one night when I saw something in the sky that freaked me out. I've been living out here in the country for most of my life. It's a simple life on this road, and I love the peace, the stars, and the space. But one night, well, everything changed. It was a clear night, stars twinkling like little fires and the moon shining bright. I was outside, looking up at the sky when I saw something weird. There were lights, bright and glittering. They didn't look like any stars I'd ever seen. My heart started pounding. My first thought was that maybe I was going crazy, or maybe I was just tired. I rubbed my eyes, blinked a few times, but those lights were still there, floating in the sky. I couldn't ignore it. I started feeling scared, and I didn't know what those lights were. Not knowing, well, it made me nervous. My mind went wild with ideas. Aliens, secret experiments, you name it. I felt stuck between being scared and being curious. For the next few days, I couldn't get those lights out of my head. I started looking for answers online, searching for anything that could explain them. I read about UFO sightings, sky events, and government stuff, but nothing matched. I decided to tell some of my friends about what I saw. They listened, some with doubt and others with interest. One of them suggested that maybe the lights were just some kind of natural phenomenon like auroras or meteors. But I told him that they didn't look like that. They were too bright and too regular, and they only showed up at night. Another friend thought that maybe they were some kind of military project, like spy satellites or lasers. But I asked him why would they do that and why here? There was nothing special about this place. The last friend said that maybe they were something else, something we don't understand yet. Something mysterious. I wondered what he meant by that. I started a nightly habit. I'd set up a chair and watch the sky every night, hoping to see those lights again. And they did come back night after night, glowing weirdly. I tried to take pictures of them, but they always stayed too far away. I wanted to share this mystery with someone else, so I invited some of my friends over to see the lights for themselves. But every time they came, the lights didn't show up. It was like they knew I was not alone and they didn't want to be seen. I felt lonely and isolated, like no one else could understand what I was going through. As time went by, something odd happened. That first fear went away, replaced by a kind of weird acceptance. I realized that maybe it was okay not to know. Some things are meant to be mysteries, and that's fine. Now, when I look at the sky and see those lights, I don't feel scared anymore. I feel kind of thankful, like being part of something bigger than me, something that reminds me of how mesmerizing the unknown can be, even if it's weird. One night I decided to try something different. I wondered if maybe those lights were trying to tell me something, or if they could understand me somehow. So I grabbed a flashlight and went outside. I pointed the flashlight at the sky and turned it on and off, making different patterns. I hoped that maybe the lights would notice and respond. Maybe they would flash back at me, or move closer, or do something. But nothing happened. The lights just stayed there, shining silently. They didn't seem to care about my flashlight or me. I felt disappointed and frustrated. Why were they there? What did they want? Why couldn't they talk to me? I turned off my flashlight and sighed. Maybe I was wasting my time. Maybe those lights were just some natural phenomenon that had nothing to do with me. Or maybe they were hiding something from me. Something that I wasn't supposed to know. I shivered and went back inside. The next morning I woke up to a strange sight. The sky was dark, even though it was supposed to be sunny. I looked out the window and saw something that made my jaw drop. The lights were still there, but they had changed. They were bigger, brighter, and closer than ever before. They covered the whole sky, like a giant curtain of stars. I felt a surge of fear and wonder. What was going on? What did this mean? Had they finally decided to reveal themselves? I quickly got dressed and ran outside. I wasn't the only one who had noticed the change. There was a crowd of people on the street, looking up at the sky with awe and confusion. Some of them were taking pictures, some of them were talking, and some of them were silent. Everyone had their own reaction, but no one had an answer. I joined the crowd and looked for my friends. I wanted to see what they thought of this. Maybe they had some clues or theories. But as I scanned the faces, I realized something. None of my friends were there. In fact, none of the people I knew were there. They were all strangers. Where were my friends? Where were my family? Where was everyone else? That was all I remembered of that day until later in the afternoon. My family and friends were fine. All I can assume is it was a dream. But I have had dreams, and that was too real to be a dream. That was also the last day I saw the lights ever again. I wish I had more answers to leave you with, but I don't, and I have a feeling I never will.